Hello everyone. So here we are back again, and let's start our session. So here just a second. Yeah, this is our session. Let's check the audio. Yeah, it's audible, and I just check twice. Is it visible properly and audible also? Yeah, I think so. So let's start tomorrow and continue our tomorrow's session where we have been finished most of the part. So just a second. Okay, let me have a setup. So here we are back again. And what we have been yesterday done is working on a practice session question in which we have been given creating a FAQ component. So you have been must seen the FAQ component in most of the website. So we are creating from that scratch from here and try to mimic it. So before that, I just want to remove this button instead of let's have first of all let's little bit big and let's try to sort this, have a big screen and little bit brightness also. Yeah. Now let's start. So what I want to do is I want to remove the button, and instead of button we can adding an arrow. So what we are have add, so we have been completed the most of the part. We are just remaining a small issue that we are facing yesterday. So rather than going to ask with AI, we thought let's give a try. So which increase our critical thinking also. Left arrow and right arrow. I want a down arrow. Uh, Up arrow, down arrow. Yeah. Okay. Either we can do this or it is. Let's go with this. Create a button instead of button. Let's have a this. Okay. Uh, if we remove the comment or if we add this comment, then we're having an issue. Let's inspect what is the issue. Source invalid execute. Okay. Okay, this is not working. If we have an emoji arrow, let's have an arrow emoji. Uh, don't we have a down arrow? Yeah, yeah. Instead of this, we have. No, let's wait. We have this thing. Okay. So, okay, no, let's it be. Why we deal with this rather than dealing with this? Let's remove that and have a button only. Okay. So what was the issue is I want to we have a conditions that we have to when we click on this, so other all must be should be hidden, but what it's doing currently, it's just having a own separate entity, but we want to toggle it. If we have toggle this thing, the rest all should be hidden, but it's not. Are we audible properly? I think so. uh, okay, just have a setting up here. Okay, so good to go. So we didn't have any chats, right? Yeah. So okay, that's it. Let's start how I'm thinking a little bit about this. What we have been done here, you can see. Okay, you can see this about we have been created a show FAQ in which counter is not using for now. What we have been doing is a main character event. We are working with the event delegation here. This is the event delegations when we uses the event and event or target we are using. So so if it is clickable, then there should be a thing that which check. So how it can be checked. If this is the button, so we got a res, right? Mm, 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 mm. If click on this, so others should be hidden. This all are having a one thing, that is const FAQ tab equals to document dot query selector all, and here we have selected uh, FAQ, right? And let's just console.log this now. Console.log FAQ tab. So when I say, okay, so I need to do this thing. Can we have a down also? No, it's not down. I thought we have a full partition, so we can have a full partition, but no issue. Inspect it, and we have a console.log. Okay. Uh, okay. So let's we click review. We have a okay. So when we click this, why doesn't it? Okay. See this. Okay. Okay. This is the see this, and here we are having a 1, 2, 3 thing, right? Which is a FAQ. Mm, what I want is want to hide the other all, right? When I click this, so how can we do this? Mm, let's have a okay. No. How we can fix that is, let think little quietly. Okay, we have FAQ all. So in that we got a 3 node list. In the array we have a 3 node list, right? So if event dot click instead of child nodes, let's have this FAQ tab. So we are having a FAQ tab, FAQ tab. So it will be same working, right? If it is change answer not filter is not working. Okay, it's a node list, right? So what we will be doing is convert into array. Let's convert this into array 1 2 3, and here now I can think. Okay, it's not working. Okay, it's working fine. Good. Let's just see what we can do is, if it is true, then it should instead of toggle, what we will be do is uh okay, I don't think that it will okay, it need you filter anything anymore. Now it will be working with this. If event dot target dot item, if event dot target dot item is true, then what we have to do is dot, this is a item, so this 0 section, here we will select this thing and this thing. Okay. If it is true, then reference of the item is not defined. Okay, there is an item issue where we have an item. Okay, event dot target dot item, right? Click event. Okay, there was an item true. See, let's analogy. If it is clicked along with this, okay, so we have to use the anything for each something, right? Rather than this, let's have a commented out all the things. What I'm okay, let's have a view first. Word wrap. Okay, when a button is clicked, so other button should have access. If this is a container, if this is click, So other two need to be hide. If this click, other two needs to be hide. So how it's possible? Let's think a little bit. Mm, if you run a loop, then mm, 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 mm. First, the brute force I'm thinking about is grab the three of one. If any one is true, then make the true and other is else. So okay, let's go with that thinking only. We have a instead of filter, let's have a map. Every item will become around us, and what we will be doing is, we will be do is return map item. So event dot item is so what we will do in the do event dot target. Okay, if it is item equals to true, this item, which means it has a single thing, right, which will come, and if it is true, item is true, then we are going to do is this thing. Okay, for now let's paste. Okay, let's have a null, or if in fact rather than null we'll add answer, and if it is not, then what we will be doing is dot remove, right? Okay, and does it a question function something? Okay, I don't know, let's just try. Answer is not defined, ans is not defined. Answer ans line number 77. Line number 77, ans is not defined. Ans dot map. Okay, here the ans. Yeah, res is not a function. Yeah, I was thinking right, it was not a functions. It is written and it has a array, right? So you can see console dot log ans. So ans is a okay array, right? An is a array, and we are supposing that instead of what we will do is remove the main dot. Okay, so what it is main dot, we will add main dot remove all. We have a remove all, so we will have main dot remove and main dot add add child or offend child. Okay, we have main dot offend child. What we will offend we will res. Okay, so we are planning to do this. So if it is click, oh, okay, it should have a parameter, single parameter. So what you just can do is res dot, instead of map, let's try it for each, and okay, so we have for each, no, right? Okay, let's have a short thing instead of this. Okay, okay, so we have an item, right? Item, and here what we are going to do is item dot item may append child item. Let's remove the rest for now. So this is without, and nope. What's the issue? Parameter one. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. Let's go to the main dot append item. What is okay? It's remove. Mm, let's have close deck and undefined, undefined, undefined. Okay. I think again we are going leading to the wrong statement. Yeah, I think so. It should not append, right? Mm, how we can figure this out? Why should we return also? We can go with the for each here only. And let's remove this rest. We can remove this and now see if something is happening. Nope. Uh, add instead of add, let's toggle. So if it is toggle, nope, not working. Source console. Let's go with the reference so we can understand. If event dot target equals to item, then you have to do is event dot target and targets the first child dot, if it is there, check, then children third dot class list toggle answer. What will it toggle answer? Answer display none. Is it there? Why it's not working? Yeah, it's working. Then why not? Okay. Mm, why it's not working? Let's have a console.log item here. Okay, I don't think so. It will be used somewhere. Let's have a full screen so we can have a bigger detail. Currently, it's yeah. This is a good way. So what I'm thinking is, why it is not working? This is the FAQs. Okay, when I just tap this, it's printed on. Okay, issues. Mm. So first of all, I think this is the wrong approach that we are using, and we will be try to do is first of all console.log check which element is this target dot event target event dot target event dot target event dot target. Yep, it is FAQ. So we will be store let event dot target let f FAQ be let's have a little different name. So it is this. And what we will be doing now, we will be go with now this thing. FAQ tag. Now we have a AMS, right? We will be check this thing. So we have a okay. So here it is the issue. Here we have to click. We have to. It's working. Click. Okay. Okay. FAQ button we are having. We will just check. Mm, how we are going to check this? We have a for loop here, I think so. DNS dot for each item. We will check if FAQ burn equals to item. Again, we are going to the same thing. If it is, then what you need to do is you need to just do FAQ burn FAQ burn third child. If it is there, then children say child children third dot class list dot toggle dot remove. It should work. Why it's not removed? Should I check console dot log? Let's remove this. Undefined. Why it is so undefined? FAQ button is this, right? It's fine. Uh, we have a FAQ button, and I want to. Why did it? No, that's this thing, and I want to this FAQ button dot class list dot uh, yes answer. We have answer, right? Yeah. Dot answer. We have a class list. Why it is undefined? Okay. Okay. Dot remove is directly removing that thing. It's class list dot remove. This thing. When I click this, I got this thing. I want to remove its class, right? Why it's not removing? It's none. Why it's not removing? Okay, its answer is lost. What I think is answers and new H files. Looks like this. Create this thing. We have an answer, and this is the H file. So we have a create here, right? Where is the answer? Create. Remove this thing here, and we have a class name. Class add class list answer. Create FAQ dot class list dot answer. Class name, let's remove the fact that it is on. It's a little bit confusing. What, what do I do? I'm a little confused again. You're wasting time, I think. Rather than this, let's have already things that is having. Don't do anything to end. If it will burn, so star C. We have a figure right. Click. Okay. This is the figure. Okay, we have done one more thing is we figured out add answer. Do this thing. Click. Click should work. It has a 1, 2, 3 event or target or button. And when we click the SN, what we have console.log login out. FAQ files, check this. So FAQ tab is uh, yeah, I don't know. Again and again the same thing. Document.select left of all. Here when we have a tab, right? Yeah. Yes, no, it is. So when we click this, it's open. I want to remove, hide all others. How is this possible? FAQ tab has is all selector, right? Mm. FAQ tab and this answer is I am working on this. Answer that is the array. This array ENS dot answer each of the is if it is similar to button to item, which this item is equals to. So we will be just toggle the answer. It's removing. Why it's removed? Mm. First of all, I just need to see the what is in. Okay, little bit which different sort of thing. It's directly removing. It should not remove. Mm. Why it's removing? When I click this, when the answer is adding answer also. And where does this thing happen? You can see FAQ and answer. We have a two thing. But why? We didn't add any answer, right? We have added the answer in the zero section. Okay, FAQ. Okay, it's doing the answer, it's here. Instead of that, console.faq is the thing. We need to do FAQ 0, 1, 2, 3, third, right? Define back to the same thing. And else other should be removed. Other should be removed. Okay. If it is, uh, but when I click this, it should run again, right? For each item. Then why it's not? Uh, so if it is then add, it's by default we are doing that adding, yeah. So when we add, which means if it is there, so remove and add. So now it should be fine. Uh, it's a little bit annoying. See, what I do? Item. If it item is equals to item, then it should remove the, because from starting onwards we are having just uh, we are having, right? If it is equal to, then it should remove the answer, right? If it is there, then it should remove the answer. If it else if it is there, if else any other things that will be happening, it should add the answer. So then what's the issue here? It's working with the third is fine, but not with others. But when I try again, it's not adding. Let's have only one thing. Then how it's responding? It's okay. And rest first item is equal to then other. Okay, I think so. It's continuous loop. When you click on this, all three it's once. So it's not like one after just sequence. No. Okay, I understood some of the fact. Okay, I didn't get it. So I think for now, rather wasting the time more, we should move forward with the help of AI. So most of the okay, we haven't tried this much. Let's have a session with the AI. Oh, sorry, changeable. Let's have a data control. Let's off this one. Yeah. So here is the answer. Do we have a comment? No, we don't have any comment. We were solving a question. We are preparing system design concepts, in JS with practicing practicing yeah, practicing the low level design design. Here is our check and read. We have given us solutions. Let's have a question also. So the question, right? Let's give them. Mhm, mhm. And this is a question. It's not 10 out of 10, but it was 6.5 again. Okay. Doesn't satisfy the required behavior, right? State management is missing. Okay. Event handling can be simplified. Okay. Accessibility needs work. Correctness, dynamic rendering, toggle. Okay. Open and closes was not happening. That was condition. Okay. The code removes the answer class once, but never got a point where you add back. Yeah. Okay. What is supposed to add? But we are trying to add, right? It was not working. Okay, vibes the issue. It's comment down, but it's not. See, when I try to do this, nope. So just understand how does it work. Okay. Also suppose to click the button event target. Okay. Button is never equal to div. Button is never equal to div. Okay. Dong structure was 7. Okay. Good. I. Uh, okay. We got less than okay. 7 performance was fine. Hidden bug children 3. That's Fraggle. Imagine tomorrow and insert a smash. Okay. Overall, okay. I want to know how to do. Okay, let's have a go through first one. State management. This was the biggest missing thing. Current open flag. Okay. Null and active index. Currently I'm not working. Can you tell how it's optimized solution? Must see uh, with the system defined concept. Concept remember. Let's have sometimes it's happened and it's happened today. Single responsibility SRP. Your source code mix up the multiple responsibility. Okay. Instead separate them. Create DOM, append DOM. Okay. Render attach events toggle close current open current. Oh, like this we didn't think. Okay, each function should have a one job. Okay, so we have to create like this thing. We now got it. What else? A single truth of state management. Instead of asking DOM this which FAQ is open, keep the information yourself. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's just check we are properly going live or not. Just a second. Instead of asking DOM this which FAQ is open, keep the information yourself. Okay. Okay, let's just check. Then just a second. Okay, yeah, audio is audible. After that, what we have to do is we are missing the state management, right? So FAQ is the form, active index. We have to manage that also. Event delegations that we are working on click. Okay, we are having an on click instead of on click. Container dot on click. Okay. Determine which item was click. Avoid the related repeated DOM queries. Select or all every time. Yeah, okay. This was our mistakes. Avoid of n work per click. Current code click loop or flag. Okay. Complexity. If this is a time complexity thing that we mostly figure it out on the DSA and look on that side, and it's also needing in the web development in some most of the cases, but we are avoiding because due to lack of laziness. But we have to learn that also. Okay. So if a thousand FAQs, thousand comparisons, yeah, that was a word. The complexity is O of one. This is the better thing, which is a major optimizations we have to see. Encapsulation, think FAQ as an object, okay, instead of a global main data listener state. Bundle everything together instead of main data listener state. FAQ component container data state methods. This prevent accidental changes from other source. Okay. Minimum DOM updates. DOM operations are expensive. Don't rebuild everything. Only update for change. Instead of remove all, create all, append all, do hide previous answer, close, show new answer. Okay. The two element changes. This is so similar how virtual DOM libraries minimize updates. Okay, got it. Uh, Data drives UI. User clicked, find paragraph, change classes. We are doing this thing, but how it should be? Data change, UI updates. Okay, only the two step. Okay. Avoid the fragile DOM access. We are accessing like this. Tomorrow someone inserts the span, so it will be span will be updated into children 3. More robust designs identifies element by meaning, for example an answer element rather than position. Okay. Accessibility, every interactive element should have a keyboard friendly use button instead of making a div or a p like a button. Also keeps the attributes such as area expanded. Okay. Updated assistive technology whether item is open. Clean API design. FAQ add show FAQ instead of this. Think you are building a reusable library. FAQ initiate or FAQ mount. Okay, so we have to think like this. Scalability, FAQ3, everything feels fast. Now imagine 10,000. Okay, yeah. This will be where instead where we have a 10,000 FAQs, it will be not scalable because our design is not approved. There is a lot of thing that we have to learn and understand what are the thing, and we are trying that. Hope we achieve at some point. So for that we have to practice more and more, lot. Okay, so we didn't get any solution. We just get some of the hints to understand. So let's give a try. One more try. So we can we figure it out with the hints, with the thing. Okay, concept single source of truth. Why it is matter predictable UI. Let's take a chance and try it. Okay. State management, separation of concern, encapsulation, DOM minimize, data driven accessibility, scalability. Okay. So let's go with the line by line. What is the first thing that we have? Single responsibility principle. Your code mixes the multiple responsibility. Run FAQ. Okay, let's just check the run FAQ. Okay, let's have this thing with this. Okay, for now. Okay, let's have this session here. And preview session will find. Okay, let's have this here only. So what we have having is script.js. Let's have one and one, and so we figure this out. Okay, what is it about? Single repository is RS. Your current code mixes the huge multiple responsibility. So for now we have a two thing, FAQ and add FAQ, right? And run FAQ. Okay, run FAQ is for running all the things, right? Instead of separate them, okay, instead of adding a same function, we have to separate it like render, attach event. Okay, so here we are not supposed to use the return but as a closure. I mean, okay, so let's have a render function. Function render. So what it should do? It should render the element. So attach, okay, render, attach events, toggle, close current, open current. So we have some of the thing that we, sorry, it should not like this. So we have to think in the terms of FAQ components. Here we have a render, attach events, toggle, close current, open current. Each function should have a one job. Debugging, this makes debugging easier. Okay, let's understand how we can figure this out. Instead of having a single function run FAQ, we have to separate it in multiple events. So work of render event, render, uh, attach, attach events, toggle and current. Attach means we are adding FAQ, right? First of all, we have to render. Uh, How we are supposed to do render? It's out first of all this thing. Uh, I want to see this. Okay, not here. I want to see this here. Okay. Here are FAQ data. Okay, this is a thing. Just here. This is where we will get a data. After getting a data, we are supposed to use here. Okay. Data is having a response data.map, and it will do all the things, append the related things and return the FAQ, right? A single FAQ will be returned, and uh, attach attach events. I think event should be attach. This means attach event. Shouldn't it be attach div something event? Do we have attaching some event here? Mm, are we doing a show event, attach event? Will we like this add if this event, okay, close current, open current, toggle and attach event. Okay, for now what I understand, I will go with that only. So what I have understood is here, return the data const, we are having a map, and right, and for that we will forward from here. Okay, let's have okay, can we have this for having this thing here? Okay, but we have done this thing and we are good to go. I can see what is render data. Render data should also do this thing, right? It should return FAQ, and after that it should render the data for each element again. After document, sorry, for my document, and render. It renders the data, right? So this is the render data. Okay, we have two things. Sorry, let's remove this thing. So we have been successfully rendered the data. So now it's not remember. Okay, so let's got it wrong. Yeah, let's remove this. So we have successfully the render data. So it just added the data here. After that we have a attach event. Before that we have to close current, and let's go move forward. Single source of a truth. State management. This is probably the biggest concept in the exercise. Instead of asking the DOM which FAQ is open, keep the information yourself. Let active index. Okay, let's add this. We have a main source of a data as a let active index null. So render the UI is not just a reflection of a state. Render the UI active index is true. Okay, render the UI. So we have rendered the UI, right? I think we are a little bit going to wrong words. I think so. Render again. This is how the React works. React doesn't ask which div is open. It asks what is my state. Okay. So we have a active index null. Okay. Event delegations. FAQ instead of doing FAQ one click container dot click. FAQ one dot click. How we do this thing? FAQ container. FAQ 0, FAQ 2, FAQ 1. When the determine each item was clicked. Benefits one listener, less memory, easier cleanup, scalable. Bad listener. Okay. Just telling you container that rather than FAQ 1, 2, 3. So rather than 1, 2, 3, we are saying that make it a container dot click. So okay, let's give them as a container rather than this container. Okay, so we have given a container. Now we will be able to see console. When we click this, let's have this. Now you can see container. Okay, so got it. Container dot on click. Supposed to do container dot on click. So it is a render thing. Instead of dot on click, it should on click. Okay, render the document attach event. Attach event on click. Okay, container dot on click. What lesson? Okay, bad listener. What is the second thing? Determine. Sure, bad. Okay, avoid the repetitive down queries. Every time. It's better. Down queries are relatively expensive. Uh, create DOM once. Store references. Reuse references or identify the clicked item directly from the event instead of searching again. Okay. Uh, mm, Instead of data state, FAQ container data state method. Okay, FAQ component is different, container is different, and data is different. State method. Remove all, create all, hide the previous answer, show new answer. Only two element change. It's, I think we will be lost soon. Okay. I think ask for solution only because I didn't understand that much. So if solution can help us, so let's go over with the solution. Understand. Okay, we have a viewer today. Uh, so what I said. Actually, we are studying what we have been practiced till yet. Sahil, we have been practiced a system design for a long time. So I want to level up the thing. So what we have been understood in the design pattern and whatever things. So we are trying to integrate with the DOM so we can create some real world stuff and practice it. You know, the event delegation is not a concern in React as a React stores the event listeners at a root and only check whether someone uses a listener. Uh, okay, that's a great thing that you know about that thing. But currently we are making from the thing is from scratch. You know, we don't want to use any tech stack for now. We just want to play with the vanilla JavaScript and HTML and raw thing. So for now, I think so. I'm a little bit confused about this. So I will be take a help of AI for now for understanding how it's the thing is going to work, and we will how we are going to figure it out. Okay. For now, I am too confused. Too confused about all this thing, about all this concepts, all this things, collision, collision. What's the issue? So currently, the previous solutions that we have been created, it was working fine. We got a 6 out of 6.5. You can see the issue was when we clicking the thing when we try to click this, it's open the solutions, and second also working fine, but the condition was given by AI was if we click this, so it should only render this open the solution, not the others, and others should be hidden. So this was the condition. So when we click this, other two should be remain hide. If we click this, then this and this first and third should be hidden condition. So this was the conditions. And apart from this, we almost completed just for we have not completed the kuch, okay, let's just see. Let me show you the things that we have didn't complete. The things we were not managed properly were you can say we doesn't satisfy the behavior required completely, other than thing where state management was missing. Event handling can be simplified. We have been created a complicated version. Accessibility needs work. These are the some things which were missing from a solution. Rather than it was fine, but we need some better approach, optimized approach. That's why we uh, try to find it. Okay, let's have a confusion things. So teach us with solution. The proper solution. Area such poor accessibility. Okay. Area. What area? I don't know about the area. I've also seen this thing here. Let's have a proper solution and understand how this managed. That's a completely normal. In fact, a stage where area label area state. Oh, okay. Okay, let's now focus on that. The first, understand the first problem first. Forget the JavaScript for a moment. Imagine you are designing this on a whiteboard, okay? FAQ, JavaScript, HTML. When someone click the first list, first item, what is a JavaScript? A programming language for the web, right? Yeah, it should be like this. Yeah, okay, got it, Sai. What do you want to say? Okay, HTML and CSS. If the click third one, then it should be, yeah, it should only one item, it should be. Now ask yourself, how does the applications know which one is open? Mm, okay, so AI also has been taken a thing that we have to use our own brain, not to rely on the solution directly. Okay, that's fine, no issue. Let's use our mind today and give a challenge. So do we able to do this or not? Okay, understand the problem first. Forget the JavaScript for a moment. Imagine you are designing on a why this on a whiteboard. Okay, FAQ, what is a JavaScript, HTML, and what is a CSS? Okay, got it. When someone clicks the first item, JavaScript, okay, in the programming language should be done. Okay, got it. If they click HTML, okay, the HTML, okay, only one item. Ask how yourself, how does the applications know which one is open? The first design question. Okay, how does applications know about? Through the event allegation, or we are supposed to maintain something? Active index. By the active index is null or what? Okay. Okay. Now I've actually got to understand. Let's remove comment this out all things. We will have a new solution. We have an active index null, which is a tracker, which will be using a tracking. Okay. Uh, yeah, Sahil, we are going to use a tracker. So here this is active index, which is going to track our data. Okay. So let's move forward. Now ask the application how does no for is open. We're going to use the active index. Okay. Find the state. Every UI has a state. Okay. Current value is 25. So shopping cart is 5. To do app is right. The FAQ item open item equals to, that's the state. Instead of asking the DOM every time, store it active index null. Initially null, nothing is open. Click first question, active index 0. Click second, active index 1. Click again, null. Okay, single source of a truth. Each object will have a unique ID, unique index, right? Yeah, we are also thinking the same about that thing. So, mm, let's have a, how we are going to start. Rather than wasting time, let's copy and paste. So we are going to use this function, right? So yeah, just a second. Remove. So this is data, and here we added a render, and here we got a data. So data was coming from here, right? Where it's coming. Yeah, back again. This is our data, which we are going to use. Yeah. So this is our content data. So we have it here. Okay. So now what we are going to do is active index is single source array. So unique data object. So here we are going to add just IDX. So here we are having a FAQ as a IDX, which is a unique data. So now you must will okay. Let's reload. Main is not okay. Here is the main. Okay. So now we are having the all the things here. Now we have the data. Okay, we should never use the array index as the ID for a list, as whenever data is added in the list all index are shifted. That's why we should keep ID in the content data itself, not use from the map IDX. Okay, what you want to say, Sai? We should never use a array index as a ID for a list, as whenever data is added in the list all the index are shifted. That's why we should keep a ID in content data itself. Okay. Okay. Let's try a uh, suggestion. So we are having a ID here. Okay. So we are following viewer's proposal that he suggested something, and let's have a try. So we are having ID, right? And when we have an ID, so uh, we have an item dot ID. Okay. So yeah, so we get it ID here. For now, we are having a item dot ID because item dot question rather than dot. Let's use follow this thing. We love this. Okay. Either you can use a dot or you can use a square bracket thing. So now it's visible. Let's just check. We have a ID 0, okay, and ID 1, 2. So now we have a data and we understood this one. Rendered the thing properly. Now what is the thing is going, let's also read this what AI has been suggested as a hint. Active index null. Okay, think like an engineer. Okay, don't write code yet. Okay, write responsibilities. Render FAQ. Listen for clicks. Update state. Update UI. Notice something. UI is the last. Okay. Most beginners immediately manipulate the DOM. Yeah, we are manipulating that thing. Experienced developers thinks users action, state change, and UI updates. Okay. So this was the third thing, like user action. User is going to click, right? And state need to be changed. And UI will be update. Okay. So how it's need to be do? Let's little bit think. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Yeah. Today we have a volunteer, Sahil, and which is who guided us for this problem. Now, whenever the index is active, you are clicking again and set active index as a null. So all are closed. Okay. Else set active ID as a clicked index. Okay. Now, whenever index is active and you are clicking again, then set active index as null. So all are closed. Set active. Okay, let's go with our volunteers, today's volunteer data. So what we are going to do is, first of all, we have to create actions, right? So when a user clicked on a thing, so let's have a thing in the function, which function's name we have been supposed proposed by the Google itself. Okay, I mean ChatGPT itself. We are focusing on these things, right? So here we are. We have been completed with the render, right? Let's remove this. We have attach event, so we will be have a attach event thing. Let's just open here. Okay, we have a attach function, attach events. Here what we are going to do is, mm, whenever a user click, user will have action which user will click. So in what button it will be clicked by the button, right? So user will be clicking this thing, and this is a class FAQ. So user will click on the FAQ, right? Let's have a let FAQ btn equals to document dot query selector, and here we have a dot FAQ. Okay, FAQ. If the FAQ button is hidden, so if FAQ button dot uh, event, add event list dot add event list, it has a click, right? If it is click, then what should we do? Here what comes the event delegations. Here we have the event, right? Dash event should take the index params to set active index as a selected index. Okay, attach event should have to take index params to set active index as a selected index. Okay, so here we are having a active index. We are passing this thing. Okay, we have been passing this thing, and I have a effective button. Add event list. Click event, and how it will be going. So when it we have let's have a console.log first of all. Let's check event dot target when the button is clicked. Console.log when the this button has been clicked. Okay, it has the issue. Okay, actually we are focusing on the button, right? So attachment can be called from the right. Okay. First of all, just a second. Here we have to select the all thing first of all. It was the all effective button. And we just selected. No, it's a look. Design the component. Effectively design the object. Read that again. Instead of having a random function, design the object. Effective component, data, active index, render, blind event, toggle, and update UI. So what we are doing is here toggle the index. Okay, we are having a different things. Data we have been created a data. Okay, first of all the data is there. Active index. We have active index also. Yeah, right. After that we are having a render. Completed render. We have been rendered blind events. Okay, so attach events and the blind events are the most thing. And okay, blind events and toggle index. Okay, toggle index is a different thing that we will be passing the index from here, not in the attach event. We will be passing that with the toggle index. And update UI, it's a little different. Okay, it's almost like an English. Okay, step 5, what each function do. Render only creates HTML. Okay, we do that. Render done. Append the FAQ. No logic, no state, just rendering. Yep, we have done that part. Blind events, listen for the click. Okay, we are listening for the click. So we have been created a button. Okay, in that we will listen the click, right? Mm. So how we are going to listen? This is the main thing, right? Inside the main, all the thing is happening. So what we are going to thinking is, we will not all. We will just listen the main thing, main. Okay. So it's a dot main or no? Okay, class also main is the same thing. So we will be check where does the uh, event is happening, right? So okay. So here the main dot event listen, the event dot target, like that we will be got the target, right? So here we got the target. Okay, so and everything is accessible here, right? Let's go the step by step. Other than this, what we have, listen, nothing more. We listen, toggle the index, the business logic. Okay, one responsibility. So we have been maintaining that. And attach event is having a just one responsibility. Know where the event is happening. Okay, toggle index. Here it comes the okay. We have some comments. Let's just say okay. So today's our volunteer is Sahil, and he is guiding us. Yeah, thank you, Sahil, for your guidance. We are loving that you are also taking participation in that so practice session. So we love that you show your participations here in the comment section. And yeah, you are absolutely right. You have been guided us, and that's we have been loving that. Also, you have been share your journey too. I am also doing the system design. Yeah, that's a great stuff. Love you, bro. You are also practice. You can share your practice sessions or your practice concept that you have practice learning in our community section. Also in a YouTube, we have a community tab separately. So there we will love to, so we will, which will be also dedicate to you that you are doing something and sharing it with, so you can inspire others to do that. And yeah, that's a great stuff. Thank you to share. Let's back to our practice. So what is the toggle business logic here? Click current, yes, close, no, open, new one. Okay, so current click Yeah, there is a OBS software that it's for which can you can also download for it's using for the streaming thing. Yeah. Toggle index, business logic, click current, yes, close, no, open, new one. No DOM code, okay, just the same step. Mm. Click current, okay, click current, yes, close, no, open new one. Okay, here it is little bit, I'm just confused. What we have to do, we have a toggle function, right? Create a function, which is toggle. And here we are going to pass uh, what is, we have an active index, right? So we're going to pass the active index and here receive the active index. Let's give a try. How we are going to do is critical current, click current. Okay, so this is a click current. It should pass the ID. Okay, no DOM, just a state, just update the state. Okay, so what we will do is active index equals to. Okay, I think so. It's not here. It should work here. Active index. Here, uh, passing with active index. Along with active index, we are passing the data, which is a current ID. So what we will be doing is current ID equals to active index. Okay, it should not pass here. I'm just having a current index here. So how do we getting that? So click this. So we got the ID, right? So div dot ID is this thing, right? Uh, so what we are going to do is event dot first of all we check event dot target dot. How can we extract the ID from the? I want to extract the ID from this, right? Clicked, and I just want ID. If you just got ID, we're getting the ID. Yeah, okay. So that's fine, and we are taking this ID to here. And when we got this ID, we are maintaining a tracker here, which is active index, right? So how we can going to update the UI, rate the same answer correct. Okay. Now we are having a update the UI. So we will be using close and open current. Okay. Mm. So here little bit strict comes first for ourselves. How we are going to handle that thing. Uh, Open and close. Okay. So we are having a function which is a close current and other is function which is open current. So just see how we are going to manage that thing. We have a close current and open current, and here we are asked uh, event target.id, and here we have open and close current. Mm. So if it is tracking, we haven't tracked, right? Now just we have to do is attach event in here all. Okay, update the UI. Correct. Okay. Mm. Toggle effect close current and open current is will be toggle, right? So how it's going to toggle? Notice how the each job has one step 6 data flow. Click toggle index. Uh, Click. So it should toggle index. Active index changes, update UI, and down changes everything in flow. The current code feels hard. Code like this. Loop through FAQ, compare element, remove element, done. This was our previous approach that we are following. And click index to update UI. Okay, we got an index to, we have to toggle it. We got a active index equals to current ID. After passing it to toggle, we have been passed the zero thing. And what we are getting from a target, oh, sorry, it's not a ID. It's about this thing. It has a okay. So it should have a just to toggle this answer. How am I supposed to catch this answer? The question has come again to the answer. How we are going to remove this thing, toggle this thing. The issue is with the toggle every time. Compare current fold, okay, index toggle the update the UI. Update the UI. How am I supposed to do the UI? The active index, right? Mm. Mm. You are still confused about it. We have a ID, not ID, active index. Yeah, this button. And do we need to call this all the thing? It will approach the same thing, right? Okay, that's rather wasting time. Let's have a understanding how active index state management. Okay, basic event handling done, DOM creation done, open close one FAQ, open and close one FAQ, basic event handling. Introduce active state management, refactor into clean, reusable component, low level design thinking, add accessibility, performance, improvement, quality. Mm, Still a little confused. How are we supposed to do that? Okay, let's take help of a AI because we have used our brain too much. Let's understand how it's supposed to do. Okay, I have figured this out till this much. Guide me for next steps. It's happened, no issue. We are in the learning phase, so it's a okay. This is much better. You are no longer thinking, how do I remove a class? You're thinking the functions does my component need. That's exactly shift to low level design. Okay, so that is a great thing. Good progress. This is a clean separation responsibility here. The main access issue. Okay, so later you do main dot document dot selector main first issue. Okay, okay. Thus we have done main dot main, no? Right? Later you do dot main, the same element. If your HTML is main, okay, then return nulls. If so, you have already const main document dot main. We use it. Okay, do we? Okay, we are actually having this thing, right? So rather than this, let's focus on the global variable. Next design question is function current ID active index equals to current ID. Ask yourself what happens if the user clicks the same FAQ twice. Suppose active index is 1. User FAQ is again 1. Stay should it stay open? No. The requirement says click an already open item, close it. So toggle has a two job. Yes, close it. No, open new one. Don't write your code yet. Just think about this decision. Okay, so we are again stuck here while we got this thing. Toggle event will be okay. So it will check if it will check if the active index is null, which means false, is not false. It's not equals to null. Uh, Rather than null is a falsy value, right? Mm, Close it. Yes, then close it, open new one. So what we will do, current index id equals to uh, sorry, active index id equals to current id, and else active index equals to current id. What's the same about? Suppose 0, user click 2, what will happen? 2 need something, shouldn't directly manipulate the DOM. See, another important question, suppose active index is 0, yeah, that is a 0, user clicks 2, what's happened? 0 closes and open, 2 opens. Notice something, toggle should directly manipulate the DOM. Instead it should like id, toggle.id, same item, yes, then it should close. Okay, if if toggle id equals to current id, then we have to do certain thing. Okay, then we have to maintain close. Okay, so if it is a same id, same item, which we have to close current, and if it is else, what is the else also? Same item, yes, close, no, close current, open new id. So why would I have to same the no use? Open the current id. Okay, let's follow this for now. And we have a current id which will be open. If it is same, then it should be close, else first we have to do close current, and after that we have to do current open the current id, right? See difference, toggle is a traffic controller. Okay, suppose 0 is open, so if we check, does it active index is also 0? If it is not, then it will be first close all the thing and open just one, and if it is 0, then it will be just closing. Okay, yeah, that's the clue. That's the clue. If the first is open, which means this is open, then it should both should off, and it is same the thing, then it should off while the second click. Okay, okay, we understood the toggle function for now. Think about the close current. Okay, now we have to think about the close current. Right now it's empty. Okay, you already have active index. Yeah, we have an active index, right? Uh, So active index is suppose 1, because it's 1 FAQ 1. So the parameter need means close FAQ hashtag 1. Active index equals to 1 means close FAQ is 1. After is 1 means close FAQ is 1. No parameter needed. Okay, think about the open current. Which FAQ, ask yourself, should it receive an ID? Yeah, it should receive. So both approaches can work. Try one more thing, toggle event.target ID. Okay, imagine button is clicking, ID is empty. Okay, again, only the parent div has the ID. Ask yourself, can I always determine the which container was clicked? Regardless, user click the paragraph or a button white space code delegations. Avoid this trap. When you start, yeah, I was trying to figure out with this thing, but which is a wrong. If it is tag name, then P. Okay, let's forgot with the tag name. Okay, if the event is mm, 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 what we supposed to do? Little bit confused about this trap. Many beginning was, so we are going to do this thing first of all, and we are last session also we haven't done this thing. If the event dot target dot tagline is P, then if that's become quickly messy. Instead of think how do I get the nearest FAQ, we have some nearest keyword, right, in the event delegation. Current architecture right now is render attach event toggle current open. This is a good architecture. The next step is simply making this function cooperate. Next task, don't skip ahead. Before writing a code, okay, ask yourself how to toggle which should open and close. Yeah, this is the open and close. How will close current? Find the currently FAQ. How will you identify dot click FAQ element instead of having relying on dot target? Mhm. Instead of dot target, how we are going to find this? How will you find identify the click FAQ element instead of relying on the event dot target of ID? How will you identify the clicked FAQ element? Uh, we are having some dot nearest, right? Nearest. Do we have that something? Event dot target dot. Do we have anything? Uh, near. No, we didn't have anything in this. Event dot target. Still confused. Close current and open current. I know we have to toggle, but little bit confused how we are going to toggle that. Event.id, we got the ID, right? And if open current.id is this current ID, we will be getting an ID here, right? And we are supposed to use FAQ here. Okay, let's for now it's high time. Let's ask the okay. Now we have figured this out. Figure this out now till now. Okay. So let's see how it's giving approach. That's exactly you should be learning. We are not asking for the final answer. We are building the architecture first. That's how the engineer approach. Okay, 70% we have been done with the design. The remaining 30% is connecting the piece correctly. Okay, let's see how we can connect it. User clicks attachment, toggle ID, current close ID. Okay, this is a much cleaner design what you attempt first. Yeah. First line shows you have a problem. Okay, so we are having a problem with the ID. So it's not like this, it will be working. Suppose the HTML look like this. Yeah, currently it's the HTML is looking like this then. Now imagine what is P. Yeah, this is a we have been feeling this question we have been failed in the last session in yesterday's session because it was having the issue. What is the event.target? Event.target is giving the current tag. So event.target ID is giving nothing for now. Is only if it has a zero. Think like this. The what the element did the user click? The which FAQ does the clicked implement much better? Second, but how do we get? Okay, we have a nearest element. Okay, let's just ask how to search the nearest element using event delegation event dot target dot closest, I think so, dot close. I just remember is we having a something closest. uh, the event argument and required one but only zero element presented. uh, I know it's a little bit closest IDs. Let's give a zero. Something related to like that only. I just am not able to remember that. Closest event dot target. Closest some closest closest method there. I just not able to remember that method, but we are having yeah closest. We are having a method. I remember that, but not able to getting the exact detail. Okay, so okay now I think so. Null. So we will be doing how it's going to function actually. What the parameter selector method in the industry standard event delegation, it's a major solve click closest element. How we're going to use it? The list item dot list item. We are having what we are having here. Just check the div class FAQ. We are having FAQ dot, if it is not the dot, uh, okay, yeah, we finally got a hint about it. Clue, I think clue is the main word. We find a clue, so we got actually the thing. So what we are using here, rather than ID, uh, passing the ID is also great, but let's have an event dot, okay, this thing, current FAQ. We got a current FAQ, and what we'll pass is close, rather than ID. We are supposed to, let's listen to the GPT. What item is click FAQ? If the current ID is equals to, look here, what is current ID? DOM ID are always string. So active ID is 0, string, okay. So let's have a need to for now. Enough for the same FAQ. Third problem, your architecture almost correct, but asks us index change, actually change. Never update, initially active null. Close open current. After this active index, still null. Okay. Fourth, close function. How can a function know which FAQ is currently open? Answer, it should read active index, current ID. After opening, what should happen? Think about the state. If FAQ2 is open, then active index still be null. Okay, no. 2. A small mental method at 2. So FAQ1 is closed, 0 is closed, 1 is closed, 2 must be open. Okay. One more important thing, toggle. Right now functions are toggle current. Notice something, close current nor open current, neither open current. Should decide whether something opens. Okay. Decisions belongs to toggle. Okay. That is a nice application in a single repository. I have not write current yet. Instead, solve one problem. Active index, how do I find the corresponding FAQ element in the DOM? If the active index is 1, how can I close the current located that FAQ1 element? Okay, we got a clue. Let's go move forward with the clue. We got the closest thing. And now what we're supposed to do is we are passing this current back. So close, open current ID as well as open the current ID. We are passing the current fact also. So open, right? Uh, how it will be doing is open current fact. So current fact is what is getting this thing, right? So how are you going to toggle this thing answer? Because that's the main issue, right? Hmm. FAQ. The thing is, let's just console.log. Yeah, console.log is the helper functions that helps us to debug. We will getting the open ID plus current FAQ. And we are supposed to deal with the current FAQ. We are having the same thing, right? Just to change this. So now children FAQ dot children, FAQ dot children, how it's supposed to deal with undefined. Nope. But how we are supposed to deal with this FAQ? That is the more questions. We will later on see the close thing. We have to just open the, which means toggle the effect. But how we are going to do with this? We got this thing, right? We have open current, which we have a ID. If ID is the current, So open the current. How we are supposed to open this? Open. If we toggle this class, remove this thing, answer, which is mean open. How we supposed to remove this class from here? Uh, if we log 3, which is a wrong thing, I know, but what think so. Dot no current flag. Current flag is that okay. Dot class list dot and toggle answer. Is it the correct? Uh, it's just remove the thing. Uh, uh, uh. What I do? What I do? Mm. Children, children, and Savitri. It is other children 3. Then okay, okay. Let's have a hard coded okay only. Which is I not recommending this. AI also is not recommend this function. Mm, but what we do, we have to certain do thing, and other than thing is close current. How we are supposed to handle the close current? If it is open current answer, then how we are supposed to do open current, close current? The issue is come there. It's again we are same conditions we are having. Mm, Now we are facing the same thing that we have started from. It's like just around and round. We come around. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, let's not waste time. Ask it. Uh, check this and guide us. We have come around the same thing, same issue, what we have been started. This is the biggest improvement. You have started thinking like an engineer instead of writing down code. I especially like that. Discover the closest. Yeah, we discover the thing. You own the that is the exact right direction. Okay, we are in the right direction. That is okay. That is exactly how delegation is supposed to work. Instead of asking what was click, asking FAQs was click. Much better. You're still passing the wrong ID. Mm-hmm. You correctly found the element, but you ignored small thing. JavaScript is event.id is still null. Okay, is a string because the P has no ID. P has no ID. I didn't ghost it. P is no ID. Okay. Ask yourself if I have current fact there should be have get a form ID form. Current state is not updating. Okay. Active index. Still after null. Okay. Remember problem thing closer and no informations. Okay, let's correct this first of all. We are still passing the wrong ID. This ID has a if close this file. Just check. Look here. Toggle event.id. Okay. Uh, Correctly found the FAQ closest. Okay, this is the correct, but you ignore. But then you ignored it. Imagine clicking a JavaScript p.javascript and ID is still event target.id is still okay because the p has no ID. The ID is on class FAQ. So you ask yourself, if I already have a current FAQ, if I should I get the ID from? Where should get ID from? Uh, if I have the FAQ, right? So I should get ID from this Okay, what it's meant to say is let current FAQ equals to. So what we have understood like this is the current, and we should get the ID from this thing. First of all, let's just check console.log, console.log current FAQ, okay? And we are going to, okay, for now it's not needed. Mm, if we current ID, okay, so we are getting the ID, right? So if we have ID 012, okay, got it. And now let's have a current FAQ dot ID. Okay, I think now we are following the right thing. Current FAQ should now that's the next improvement. Okay, we have improved that thing. State isn't updating. State right now. Okay, this is the thing that we are trying to do it. So next thing, attach event to toggle open current. We are trying to do this thing. This is the wrong way to do. So suppose the FAQ2 opens, active index equals to, okay, current open should be this ID, right? FAQ ID, current ID. So active index equals to ID. After that, it is up. What is suppose open? So what is active index after that? Still null. Okay, so active index is now properly. Your state has UI different state and UI are different now. Okay, rule number, remember our rule, UI state ke, okay, after state it should be update UI. Okay, we have updated the state now. Problem 3, close current has no informations. How will I get to know what to close? Think back to our design. It should active index. It should use active index. Okay, because tells which FAQ is open. Active use. Okay, so we'll use active index here. How it's going to use it, that we have to find out. Problem 4 is children 3 active. Okay, current this works today, yeah, but tomorrow it will not work. uh, isn't the answer anymore. The better question is, can I find the answer element by what it is instead of where it is? What it is, what it is. Okay, you already gave it a class. The that class can help you identify. Okay, here we have a little interesting query to solve, puzzle to solve. I mean, we are using this, right? Uh, current children 3. Okay, this works today. Uh, Current FAQ children is 3. We are using this thing. This is the wrong thing we know. Imagine tomorrow adds HR. Okay, so HR will be children 3, which is a bad thing. Isn't answer anymore. The better question is, can I find the answer element? Okay, by what it is instead of where it is. Uh, how can I find what it is about? How can I find what it is? Uh, what it is? What it is? Little bit confused. Let's ask the AI, Google. Uh, so what the current element? It's a using of a active element. Area by role, use button, text, or heading attribute. I'm little bit not getting this thing, but What's next is thing? Toggle has too many parameters. Current, look, it should have a current FAQ. If I already have current, can I get it ID from it? If yes, then maybe you need not to pass both pieces information. Yeah, that's true. We just have to pass the current FAQ, and here we will be getting the thing is we are just passing toggle. So we'll just pass the current FAQ. Okay, we have passed the current FAQ and we got ID. Instead of for this, we are getting the ID. Current FAQ dot ID, we got the ID. Now what we are supposed to do is think of the flow again. Click find FAQ, toggle current, close current. But one important box is missing. Click find FAQ, update state. Now we have to think about how we are going to update the state. Notice the missing step. You are updating the UI, but never updating the state. Now we have an updater step. Small task. I don't want you to write all the close current yet. Just one question. Active index. How can I find this element? How can JavaScript find this element? Okay. Thank you, DOM API. Let's element ID. So if you solve that, then close current become almost trivial. Find the current FAQ. We find it. We got the current FAQ. Find the answer element. Answer element. Hide it. Reset the active. Okay, hide it. Find the answer element. Find its answer element. How we are going to find this thing? That is the issue. Console.log uh, current FAQ. Close this. Close this. We are almost near the solution. Okay, current ID is not defined. Line number 161. 161 current ID is not defined. What we will do is FAQ.id. Okay. We updated the active index. Okay, it's working. If it is click again, the same thing. It should close, right? But how should it close? Because we are unable to reach this class. We have to just add the h5, right? Uh, Now we are supposed to add h5 here. We remove this thing, right? Now we have to add this close thing. If it is adding, okay, if it is adding, okay, it's a little weird. But it's close also, but it's little delay. So there is an issue because it's close current also active ID. Okay, what is happening is check. Let's reverse engineer. So when we click on this, what's happening? When we add, click on an event. In the main, we haven't clicked. So we got a div, right? When we click this, what is happening is attach event calling itself. And when we call this main, click event happens. And what does this? Go to closes FAQ. We got a closes FAQ, which means current FAQ. What is we got is, and current FAQ is what is JavaScript, the first thing. After that, what is happening? Toggle is working. Okay. So when active index, it has an active index. Okay. Active index will be first of all it's null. When we click this, so it is active, which means this active index is also carrying the zero value. Zero when we again click it, which means it will be check. It will be check the current index. This current index is same. Yeah, it's same. So it work close current. Do we have any close current? No, we didn't have any close current. So what we need to do is, for now, just copy this and pasting it. So it should also have a current FAQ, right? Uh, it should not have here current effect. So when it has a current FAQ, active index will be again null. Yeah, here it's again null. According to my research and understanding, it should like this. If it is this second time, okay, first, second, first, second, first, second. Okay, so now we have to just figure one thing. We haven't figured this out. Okay, first, second. So active state is updating. Okay, yeah, you can see state is updating properly. Okay, it's updating. It's updating. Okay, so now we have to just understand how we are rest. Uh, we have been backup indication. Okay, so close current, and when it is close current, so now active index should be null, right? Because we stayed here. The now active index is null. So for betterment, let's remove all the log first of all and have a just console.log active index. Console.log active index. Okay. So we are doing a reverse engineer here, right? So is the first, so active index is the first null. Now it has a data. Okay. After okay, we also want here. So first it will be here, and whenever it's a toggle, uh, whenever it's okay. Mm, yeah, whenever it's complete the toggle, it will be here. So first of all, it's the first state is a null. When we click, just check the statement our state has been changed. When we click again, it's back to null, right? First, second, now second. Now we just remove this null. Okay. Just a thing. Okay. Now we have to just figure it out how it will be close the other things. Uh, how should we figure out? Okay, let's ask a little bit more hint. Yeah. Okay, we have figured I shall figure this out now. Okay, we've almost figured it out 9. Okay, this is a huge improvement. We have been okay 8 out of 10. This version is 8 out of 10 because it's following the system design pattern. It's having a well exist. It has a satisfying all the statement just rather than one thing. Okay, I compare the first version. Okay, 8 out of 10. What util state exists, excellent now single truth, event delegations working, okay, closest, okay, working, nice separations, okay. Let me fix the remaining design problem. The wrong is slow current. Uh, Look here, yeah, this is also the wrong thing that we are. Imagine this situation. Open FAQ1, click FAQ2. How does the close question? How does the close current know that FAQ is currently open? It doesn't. You are passing current, which is current FAQ 2, not 1, the biggest remaining bug. Think about it. What informations already tells which FAQ is open? Active index, right? So current index should use the state, not the clicked FAQ. Okay. Important design principle. Uh, Again, we have a challenge, not so we have to solve by own only. I think today AI has been trained like this that I will teach you today. I will don't give you solution. You have to do it by own. So okay, master. Let's follow today's master command. Close current is wrong. Problem one, close current is wrong. Okay, so we have to figure this out. Close current. Imagine the situation. FAQ1 is open. Click FAQ2. Now the flow becomes your flow becomes toggle FAQ2, FAQ2, current, close current, open FAQ2. Okay. How does the close current know that FAQ1 is currently open? How does the FAQ one? No, currently open. It doesn't. You are passing current effect. Okay. Which is FAQ2, not FAQ1. Okay. So the biggest remaining bug. Think about it. What information tells you which FAQ is open? Active index. Yeah, active index tells us that. So close current should use the state, not the clicked FAQ. So how are you going to use the close current? Should use the state, not the clicked FAQ, the important design principle. Second, the state should drive the DOM currently. Index null, toggle class. Instead, think. Index tells us uh, active active FAQ, which is the active FAQ now. Toggle class, okay. Which DOM element should update? Uh, okay. So when we have know the current in active index, so it should okay. Uh, we know what is the active index, right? Active index tells us the current element, which DOM element, current element should be updated, right? Uh, Okay, how to find the active element when we have how to find an element, the element in DOM when we have the I have the attribute ID. So we have a okay get element by ID. Uh, okay, get element by ID. So do we have an ID here? Mm-hmm. We are having an ID active index. So what we are thinking, uh, fact let FAQ equals to document dot get element by ID, which is active index. Let's just check FAQ. What we are going to get? Click FAQ is not defined. I know 173 current FAQ. So okay. Click uh, check this. Click check this. We got the current data. When we click this, what was our understanding? When think instead state should driven the DOM currently index toggle class. Instead think active index tells us which DOM element to update, which DOM to state will be directed DOM. Notice the direction state DOM, not DOM to state. Yeah, previously we are going for DOM to state. You have to go. Okay, now we are going to DOM to state to DOM. Sorry, state to DOM. We are going to state to DOM. So how are we supposed to do this? Okay, we're going from this. We have a one, right? Now problem 3 is we solve this problem now. We talked about uh, we talked about this before. Just a second. Okay, how we are going to do? We talked about this before. Imagine tomorrow we have a new children points. Ask yourself Can I find the answer element by class? You already added p dot class add answers. That much give you more reliable way to locate it. Okay, we have a thing to discuss, understand. Okay, just a second. Okay, just a second. Just a second. So, some point somewhere else. Instead, ask yourself, can I find the answer element by it class? By it class. You already added classlist.add, which we do. That gives you much more reliable way to locate it. Classlist.add answer. Uh, so first is none. Right. We have to add right current index. So we got current FAQ. FAQ is giving the full data. How can we find this? Because it's giving a full data, right? We have to just add the class to F5. We have to add the F5 here, not to hold the thing. If we add it to div1 this thing, it will be removed, right? Toggle is becoming, this is very big, this is becoming very nice. Toggle ID, then close, but notice something. Close current FAQ. It's called, the parameter isn't actually needed. Why? Because the current FAQ is already stored, active index, okay? So you call yourself current close about the click flag. So that's a, okay, so all should it know about the current open flag, okay? That's a low level design decision, okay? Defensive programming, someone clicks outside the FAQ, the current FAQ, event.target.faq, return nulls. Uh, Turn nulls. Then toggle current FAQ becomes null. Okay, next line. Small guard attach small guard in attach event. You would make the component more robust. Okay. I will make okay. How would you close current? Find this element. Okay. And once you find the close current, no longer need a parameter because it's always located the form store. You find the very, we are close, but we are unable to do that thing. What I think is when we got this thing, right? We got the value here. We got this div here. Okay, check this. Now I want to hide this. When I click again, it should be hidden, right? Close. But it's not working like that. When I click this, it's open. So it should click back and let's go with this only. Instead of toggle, uh, active index. Active index is having the same thing, right? No, it's not should be active index. It should have this thing, right? Okay. It should not null. Close current. If it is the close current, then the active index should be null, right? If we do so, it's null. Oh, it should not null. Okay, I got it. If this is the active index, okay, okay. Oh, just a second. Okay, finally we completed it. Okay, we just figured it out what we have to do. That's a great achievement for us today. Finally, we achieved the theory, but one more thing is we are lagging here. We are using the hardcore data here, which should not be used like this. But no issue, I think so. But we achieved the thing that we want to do. Yeah, that's a great thing. Let's ask for the optimizations. So here we have a solution. Finally, we completed this. Here our solution check and review it. So yeah, guys, finally we approved. This is the best version so far. More importantly, I can see the thing changing. Your first solution was how do I show as answer? Now you are asking how should I component be designed? Yeah. So from asking what is the answer, and now we are now we are here how we can present our answer in so delicate way that people will like it, people will understand more efficiently. I mean, system will understand. Here the people is dedicated to system. So yeah, so there is a that's exactly the goal exercise. If you are reviewing the senior engineer, oh, that's a great achievement for us. We are got to 8.5. In the start, we are having a mark score of 6.5. So from getting over to 65 percentage to 85 percentage, it's a huge. And we have a score here 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8. Okay, accessibility is still 3. Accessibility is still 3. Why it is so? So what I show, we have successfully completed the task. Now you can see what is the complete. Okay, now reads the null ID. Okay, this was the issue something. Okay, I think no issue. But what you can see, yeah, we completed the question. Let's now see why we have been given the accessibility as a 3. Excellent event delegations. Okay, this is the exactly how it should be handled. Okay, okay, got it. No loops. We didn't use any loops in the program. Before we are using the map and filter, try to figure it out, but it's not happened. Good state, active index is null. When your applications actually know what FAQ is open, the biggest architecture improvement over your first attempt. Okay, nice separations. I like this. Okay, function has a purpose. Think that's good low level design thinking. Yep. No more looping. Okay, first of all we are trying to loop all the things. Now we are not. Now we are just click closest and toggle. More efficient. Let's improve it. Most important looks here. Okay, close current. We are still facing the close current issue. This works, but notice something. You are storing the result into FAQ. Yeah, so should it not? Okay, I'm missing something. FAQ, but class list or toggle returns a boolean. Huh. Uh, okay. FAQ. I didn't use the FAQ keyword either, right? Let's FAQ. Now it's having the same thing, right? Yeah. Doesn't actually hold the FAQ element. It holds true or false. The variable isn't useful. Instead, think of its two-step. Find the element, update it. Find the element, update it. Uh, find the element, update it. If it is find the element, class log. If it is close, then it should add. And if it should remove. It's working fine. Yeah, it's fine working. Yeah, it's fine working fine. What else I'd say? Yeah. The issue is big one. Document ID active index. Look carefully after closing. What should active index be right now? Active index. Some point at old FAQ. Still point to old FAQ. Imagine index 2 closes FAQ should stay still say FAQ is open. After closing, the state should be null. Okay. I got it. After doing this thing, active index should be null. It's not whole, it's about the null. Okay, let's see now. Okay, null. Uh, uh, okay, now, yeah, figured that out also. Issue 3 is open current. Okay, notice something, you already have the current FAQ. Active index. Yeah, with having the current FAQ, so why do you check the FAQ? Yeah, this is the unnecessary thing. So remove that. Uh, let's just check. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, this was the extra thing that we are holding up. Immediately do. Okay, get a finding. Issue 4 is children 4. Yeah, that's the issue. Oh, this is the probably the last remaining DOM smell. Yeah, that is the thing that we can't able to figure it now. Something different. Instead, find the element by meaning, not by positions. Issue 4 is active index console.log. Okay. Okay, it's a like in the paper when you reach to 80 to 85 percentage, then you have a negative marking light. After that, if you may mix the comma or spelling mistake, so it teachers cut the marks like this. AI also cutting our marks. This FAQ can become the current FAQ. Current FAQ, the closest FAQ. Okay, current FAQ. This is the thing. Uh, Current FAQ. This is event.target.close FAQ. Never reassign it. Small improvement. Someone clicks the main instead of fac. Then a current FAQ equals null. Hmm. Yeah, accessibility is still weak. Actually, we didn't understand how we can do this. The button should indicate area expanded true. But what is area expanded true? I don't know about this. So that's why the biggest flaw. If this were a real interview, I would be happy with this progress. Then I would ask, how would you refactor this into a reusable FAQ class? That's usually the next step after the behavior correct. Okay. Let's have the data for now. Check now. And now give recheck now. Review it. And now show the actual optimized code scored by you. So we learn by solution. So now I've explicitly tell it to show me the answer so we can compare it. Good. This is a good stopping point. Yeah. So we are doing the stopping point at the start of the video only after the 15 minutes. But now we are at the end of the video. So we scored 9 for now. Okay, 1 point is still managing state management. Okay, event delegation 10 out of 10, business logic 9 out of 10, small bug, target dot. Okay, null. Children is a weak factor. Okay, let's have the production version should like see this. Okay, let's compare this. We are having this question, right? Container main. Okay, render and attach event has been called first of all. Okay, what is the render fragment? How it's handling this? Okay, document dot create diff FAQ, class name is FAQ. Okay, id is item dot id. Okay, class button is okay, question. Okay, class name is question. Okay, okay, we didn't name a class name a question, right? Button is a question and text contain item that questions. Okay, FAQ append, FAQ button dot append and fragment. Okay, container has a child. Okay, attach items. Okay, let's compare this thing for now. So let's compare this. Attach event, click event. Okay, they have const e dot target. Okay, there's the same thing. And if FAQ is not written, okay, this is test cases they are doing. Toggle number. Okay, they converted number also. We are not converted in the number, and they are passing as a current instead of current type. They are passing only dealing with the ID, not the element. And toggle ID. Here it is toggle ID. If it is null, it should update the FAQ. Okay, we didn't handle this stuff, right? If not equals to null, we just try to, okay, it should update the FAQ. We didn't have update FAQ, right? Okay, they are dealing with only a single thing, not the close and current, just single update FAQ. But we are here, we have a multiple functions. Okay, active index like this, and active ID equals to update index ID. Okay, so they are handling here only. Okay, FAQ container query dot selector data dash ID equals to ID. How they did this? What we are doing this is FAQ dot this, but they are doing this container. So whole container they are selecting, which means container. I think container is this whole button FAQ container dot query selector. Okay, here we select this. What is a container here? Let's just have a container. Container is a, oh yeah, container is the main thing here. Got it. So there is container dot query selector, main dot query selector. In that data, okay, bracket array. Okay, so it will is a array data dot id, which means this array, and it is have a id, which data is id dash 0. We got this thing right. And what we will be doing is here we got this exact FAQ, and FAQ dot selector dot query selector dot answer. Okay, we can also do the query selector dot answer. Is it possible? Just check it out. We got like this, right? Now FAQ, let ANS equals to FAQ dot query selector, and here I will have an answer. So I don't know this thing, but now I am just seeing this thing. ANS dot class list dot toggle toggle hidden. For now it's just an answer. Let's make an answer. Okay. So what we have done, we did the answer. Okay, instead of toggle, we just add answer. It's not working, right? You cannot read the property of null. Query selector null. It's not working with the null. Well, here the solutions tells us that only. Okay, we are about the answer, right? Let's have this thing here, not in the close. Let's have in this here. What we are having FAQ dot query selector, which is current fact dot query selector answer, and here we will have class list dot add answer, right? Let's have remove. First of all, remove answer. Just see. Okay, it's working. Okay, so either we can go with this native element, or we can have a special thing in the JavaScript DOM, that we can go with the query selector. It's accessing this array, and in this array it's finding the query selector, this class, finding this class. Okay, so here today's conclusion we have been learn about the closest element, how this and how to handle this toggle function. First close, then open, not just open directly. We know about the state management. We following the system design also here. All of the thing we have been understood and also understand rather than going with the native thing which can be hard coded. So instead of going to hard coded, we can go with this built-in functions and move it dynamically. So yeah, that was a huge victory for us for today's session, where we learned also and we used our brain and give a hard dose of insulin rather in no insulin, it's a bad word. What is the opposite of a domain? Sorry, not the domain, dopamine. I didn't remind that. If you know that, mention in the comment. We will love to see that. And that's it for. So next thing we will be doing is in the next session is next challenge. Stay at a level of difficulty and build another small component that exercise the same idea. Yeah, we will try to your this thing overall progress. Uh, Honestly improve. Let's copy this thing all. So we have a okay. So now we will continue from this. Uh, have a continuation part here. Okay. Continuation, which is also comment and okay. So continuation is this thing, and we will be moving by this with the next session. Till then, good night. That's it. My time. That's what we call. That's my time. And meet you in the next session. Show your love. Share this thing with people, and we will love to see you. Meet you in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Radhe Radhe. Good night. Stop the session. Okay. Let's stop streaming.